much opportunity to wave the howl towels tonight. Maybe howling in frustration because the hometown is trailing by a score of 2-0. And on page 1 of the notebook, an explanation page. Please tell me why Paul DiPietro has not been drafted yet by any NHL team.
Well, it's his 4th year in the league. The scouts in the National Hockey League will tell you it's because he's too small, that he will get drafted somewhere in the top 12 rounds, maybe in the late rounds this year. But that's not good enough. And one of the things that really perturbs me, and that's very upsetting for the players in major junior hockey, are the draft regulations in the National Hockey League. You draft a kid out of U.S. high school, or you draft a kid out of U.S. college, and the NHL teams don't have to make a commitment in terms of a contract for maybe 3, 4, 5 years. Draft a kid out of major junior hockey, and after 1 year, the NHL team has to decide, do we want this kid or do we not want to do it? Therefore, in the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, all the way down to the 12th round, the NHL wastes all their time drafting all these high school kids that are never going to make it, but they're hoping to hit a home run. So, meanwhile, guys that have proven themselves at this level, like Paul DiPietro, get overlooked.
Stupid, but anyways, we'll flip through the notebook to the back page and a couple of legendary yarns from this neck of the woods. One of them involving that wolf that we've been watching go across the ice when the Sudbury Wolves get a goal.
Oh, it's a great one. That wolf has been here for a long time. It was put up in the 1950s when they played senior hockey here. They had to replace it about 4 or 5 years ago when they got the new trajectory on it. It went racing right into the scoreboard, knocked all its teeth out, broke its neck, and the stuffed wolf was retired. They managed to come up with another one, and that's the new one that they got up there now.
I can just see the tail snapping off and falling down onto the ice and them having to stop the game. And there's another great story from Sault Ste. Marie where they had, what, a styrofoam greyhound.
It pales besides the furry wolf up there, but they had a styrofoam greyhound for the Sioux Greyhounds that used to shoot right across on a rail, right the width of the ice every time the Greyhound scored a goal. And this was back a long time ago when Roger Nielsen was coaching the Petes and Bert Templeton was coaching the Hamilton Finn Cups. And when those guys came to town, they used to have some fun. They'd go up and padlock it with a big heavy chain, and then when the Greyhound scored a goal, there'd be all sorts of sparks, and the styrofoam Greyhound retired rather quickly.
Where do you get those stories?
I was in Sault Ste. Marie, what can I say?
That does it for this page and this week's edition of the Notebook. So we'll get Mackenzie out of here and regain our composure and talk a little bit about something a little more serious. That is the Memorial Cup Championship. The Hamilton Dukes, the host team heading into the year, are expected to announce tomorrow that they will pull out of the tournament, that they will step out and relinquish their automatic bye for being the host team because they have mathematically been eliminated from the playoffs. But a report in today's edition of the London Free Press by Jim Cressman says that there is growing pressure from the league executive for Hamilton to totally relinquish the Memorial Cup tournament, to pull it out of Hamilton. Many big reasons. One source says, quote, it has to be taken out of there. One big reason, attendance. They've only sold 900 ticket packages so far for this tournament. There was an OHL Executive Committee conference call today. There was an emergency meeting of that Executive Committee on March the 5th. Lots more still to come on this issue. It might well be pulled out of Hamilton. Let's take a look now at the Ontario Hockey League standings as the season winds down. Some great races in the Leyden division. Oshawa has really turned it up a notch or two. They're 7-2-1. They've won the last 3. Cornwall is 2-7-1. They have lost the last 5. Over in the Ems division, meanwhile, London, winners of the last 4 games. Kitchener has won the last 5 games. North Bay, losers of the last 5. They are slumping just a little bit. Great hockey game. It is 2-0. The hometown Wolves trailing the visiting London Knights. CHL Sunday Night returns momentarily. Here's the score after 2 periods in favor of the London Knights. Time now for a look at our Longjeen Wittnauer play of the period. Longjeen Wittnauer, the world's most honored watch. No question what the play of the period is. Despite some great work by Adam Bennett to hold off Trevor Dam and company at the blue line, couldn't do it. Dam wins the battle, gets it ahead to Paul Holden. Great shot, picks off the corner. That opened the scoring in this game, and that opened up a big hole that the London Knights have slid through. They lead by a score of 2-0 after 40 minutes. Great action still to come from the Sudbury Arena. We have the 3rd period for you. We took a look a few moments ago at Paul Holden's opening goal. We'll take a look at London's second goal, made possible by Rick Corvo, number 5, who charged through the crease, got it back there to Trevor Dam, who buried it.